morning. Do you want to have luck or prosperity in your life? Abundance or poverty? Thriving relationship or lack of it? And the Proverbs that is going to guide our conversation this morning is Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Why is it that it says death and life are in the power of the tongue? Meaning that this tongue that we have has power. It has great power. It just signifies like the way our president, when we say our president has power, he has the power to say, you know what, today the borders are closed. He has that amount of power. And he can be able to wake up this morning and say, today is a public holiday. Today is a holiday. Today I have instituted that people will not pay taxes, and that's great power. And imagine our tongue is being given this important imagery that it has the power of the tongue. And what power does this tongue have? This tongue has the power of either death or life. Death or life. That's what it holds. It holds the ability to produce life for you, and it also holds it's a double-edged sword, meaning that it can cut both ways. It has either the power to give you life, or it also has the power to bring death. So, and it says, and those who love it will eat of its fruit, meaning the choice of whether your tongue will bear life or death is you, because it says those who love it, and those who love it will know that the tongue has power. So those who love it have identified that the tongue has power. And now that they've identified that tongue has power, and it's a double-edged sword, they have decided that they are going to use this sword, this instrument of power, for either their benefit or to their detriment. So it's up to you. Every morning that you wake up, you decide, am I going to use my tongue for life, or am I going to use my tongue for death? Let me give you an example. You're in a relationship, and every day you wake up and you tell yourself, this relationship is so miserable. I can't believe I got married to this person. I can't believe we are not where we were meant to be, and I can't believe this is not what I signed up for. You are evil as a. And so these are the words. These are the words that you are constantly speaking over your life, speaking over your situation, and on you go. But someone who loves the power of the tongue and knows the power that the tongue has can say every morning, this relationship is a blessing. This person is a work in progress, and they are being molded every day into the image of Christ, and they will become great. This person has purpose that God has laid in their hearts, and I will help them become the man or woman they were meant to be. This man, woman is able to do great. They just need to be pointed in the right direction. This relationship will thrive. This relationship was destined for greatness. This relationship is meant to prosper. This relationship is meant to be a blessing to the generation itself. And so on you go about blessing. Oh, that's such a beautiful bird in the morning. And then on you go blessing your life. You go using the power of the tongue. And the more those words, are you noticing how when I talked about the negativity, even your brain, just your face and your inside starts contouring in worry and fear? But when I spoke positivity, it's just not even about positivity. When I spoke life, when I spoke greatness, when I spoke abundance, when I spoke possibility, even your face smiles, even you enter into a place of joy and so much peace. And so this morning, it's just to encourage you that there are people who have discovered the power of the tongue, and every day they use it. They use it whether it be people of the world or people of the kingdom of God, but they use that tongue, they use their tongue to determine the direction of their life. That I am a person who has purpose. I am a person who was created on this earth to achieve greatness. I'm a person who is going to be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. I am going to be the MP of my constituency. I am going to create a change. My business is going to thrive. When I open these doors in the morning, customers are going to come from the east, west, north, and south. When I enter when I'm with my children will prosper when they're in the place of schooling. They shall not have peer pressure. They will not be affected. And on and on. People who love will use the power of the tongue. And then there's the other part. It says, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Because you know that this tongue has power. Since you know it has power, and since you know that it can determine the course of your life, and you use it, and you use the instrument of power, as the president uses the instrument of power, eventually you will eat its fruit. Because it's a seed you are planting and it must bear fruit. These are principles of nature. If you sow, you will reap. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Seed time and harvest, seasons, it's just gravity. They are laws of nature. So eventually imagine you hold the power to determine what fruits you will eat in your life. If today you will eat a relationship that is thriving, if this day you will eat the fruits of a business that is succeeding, if this day you will eat the fruits of children that are a blessing, if this day you will eat the fruits of a prospering nation, you decide. But if you use your tongue to plant seeds of death, you will reap fruits of death. If you use your tongue to reap seeds of life, you will reap fruits of life. It's nature, and those are the principles that have been placed in the world. As the sun sets and the sun rises, as the moon comes after, I don't know how many days, it's just the cycle of life. The cycle of life and principles that are cast in stone, that if you sow, you are going to reap. So this morning, I want to ask you a very important question. Are you a person who has understood the benefits, that the tongue has power? That this tongue it's like a radar. It can determine the course of your life. But you have to choose the direction that you want it to go. And once you determine the direction you go, then you employ your tongue for your benefit and not allow other people to use it. Be blessed, and I hope that this day you will use your tongue to prosper and thrive.